Hello and welcome to Týrcast 27. I am Harry Johansen, singer and guitar player of the band Týr, and I am talking to you from Prague in Czechia.
And I'm Gunnar, and I am talking to you from Faroe Islands, bass player in Týr.
And I am Hans, and I'm talking to you from the Faroe Islands, guitar player.
And I'm the drummer, I'm Tad, from Budapest.
This is the 21st episode of our second season and the last episode of the season. This will be a recap of the year 2021. We put out these episodes on the 7th and 22nd of each month at 1700 Central European Time on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, and on Buzzsprout. We also put it out before that on patreon.com/tierband, so you can have early access there. So, it's getting closer to the end of the year, and we've done these annual recaps for, I think this is the third year we'll be doing it now. But these years have been pretty empty, not much to talk about. The first one we did, I think Gunnar and I did it in Russia. And that was action-packed year compared to these two. We have 4 performances this year.
Wow.
There was the Viking Festival in Hove, which was our first time on stage for, you counted the days, Tadeusz, what was it?
It was around 454 or something like that. It was a huge stretch.
It really was. Yeah. It was a wonderful show.
Yes. And that was our very first show with Hans.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
On almost his home soil. I'm not sure how Hoppingar think about Faminengar.
I'm not
Bad
sure
blood?
I would think so, but who knows?
Who knows? Do you have any friends from Hove?
No.
Okay, bad start.
They don't talk about it.
People from Famian and Hove living in war for centuries.
Different sides of the island, you know.
I don't think I know anyone from there.
They do meet, but they don't talk about it.
Their grandparents might hear, and they'd be angry. What? You met someone from Hove and you didn't kick them?
You actually said hello to him?
So that's been an annual event for, I don't know, how many do they have now? 5 or 10? It's been going for some years now.
Yeah, but it's not been like a festival. This was the first year. It was a festival. Before it was just called the Viking Days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember. And the music was like a small part of it. We played there twice, but there were only 2 or 3 bands, but there was a lot of other arrangements.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we played there once, right?
Once? Are you sure it wasn't twice? I don't know. Maybe
maybe it was twice, yes. Maybe it was twice.
Yeah. There were
I think it was once.
They invited some Vikings reenactors from Denmark and wherever. And they had to it was quite ridiculous. They had to cancel their Viking performance because it was raining. What? That doesn't sound very Viking-y.
So far Vikings.
It's something to do with the production of their, I don't know, clothes or armor or whatever that doesn't do so well with rain. I'm not sure how they did it in Viking times.
The colors they run off.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe the tattoos run off. But there's a huge business and market in reenactment. We've seen a lot of it traveling around in Europe and America as well.
Yeah, we played
really
one
care about it.
back in the day. Oh shit, we're old.
Welcome.
We played at Viking festival in Poland, and that was some reenactment going on there.
That was serious stuff, man. That was at Vollen, Jomsborg, it's called, Viking
Exactly.
reenactment festival.
And they actually had a ring where they did like a simulated fight-in, but simulated. It was pretty damn real, except from they did not kill each other. And I think actually there was some serious. There was a guy that almost lost 2 fingers or something like that. Right?
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nasty.
Yeah. But it was pretty cool. So
It was very interesting to see. The first time we really saw anything like that, at that scale at least.
actually, our video is from there. Reinsmere.
Yeah, exactly.
That's recorded.
We had our late friend with us, the Icelander Ingolfur Juliusson,
exactly
was with us and recorded it.
Mm-hmm.
He made 3 videos actually with us. He made that one and the very first one, and then he made Hold the Hidden Hammer High.
No, Hail to the Hammer.
No, Hail to the Hammer. Oh,
Yeah.
all those hammer songs. Anyway,
a couple of Germans made Hold the Hidden Hammer High. Don't remember the names.
yeah.
About time we made another Hammer song.
Oh,
By the way,
yes.
the video,
That's a
the
very
video,
good idea.
Hold the Hidden Hammer High video. That I'm amazed about it. I think that video looks awesome. Considering there was not much to go on there. We had a boat.
Yeah.
We had a cross, and that was about it. And it turned out pretty damn nice.
Speaking about reenacting, there were supposed to be some Viking reenactors taking part in that. The original plan was we jump off the boat, kill some Vikings, and then hack down the cross and burn it. But the reenactors suddenly cancelled.
Yeah.
So
because of rain again.
I don't know why. No, my God, it was warm. Those were some of the warmest days I've ever experienced in Denmark. This was close to Roskilde.
Yeah.
Ah.
They had actually had to edit rain into the video.
yeah. The rain you see in the video is CG.
Uh-huh.
It's really weird because, come on, we don't get wet. It's amazing. It's like in a movie.
So, hoping that the Viking Festival continues. It's a great event, and the plan to build a Viking boat. I wish them the best with that.
Yes.
Is there any news about the boat?
No, not really yet.
Not that I know. Just gathering funds, I suppose, and plans.
I suppose those things take a lot of time.
Yeah.
So, but it looks.
I haven't heard anything.
It looks pretty promising though,
Okay.
because it's fairly well planned.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we played at Metal on the Hill in Austria as well.
Graz, yes. That was a nice
Yeah.
festival.
Beautiful place. Very
Yes.
beautiful and special place.
Yep.
And we've been to Graz a few times, but I haven't seen that part of it before. It was amazing, and unfortunately we didn't have much time to hang around.
Yeah. I had to almost leave immediately after the show because I had to go to a wedding on that same day. But yeah, it turned out pretty well.
Yeah. So.
She said yes.
Oh yeah, she did, but
Not a waste of time. So it's good to be back in Austria, but apart from that, not much to say about that.
No,
Pretty
it
straightforward
was
in and out.
it was a great concert. I mean, I've seen some of the videos and pictures from there afterwards. It looks pretty damn good.
It was packed.
Yeah.
I think that day was sold out. Maybe the whole festival, but that day for sure.
It looks really awesome. So
Yeah. It's like a is it
and it was
Roman style fortress or?
I think yes. I think I'm not 100% sure, but I think I read that the Romans were there first. I mean, on that hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool venue.
Yeah. And fun.
And then the next one that was less fun.
Wolfside in the countryside in Germany.
Yeah.
There are some places in Germany. If you go off the beaten path, if you go to the countryside, things are pretty underdeveloped in a lot of places. I mean, when you're in the rural, really in the rural area in Germany, it seems like it's much more isolated than even the Faroes, because you're never more than 1 hour's travel from the airport. Well, unless you're in Suðuroy, but soon they have a tunnel from the airport in the Faroes, but in Germany you can really get many more hours lost into the wood, which it seemed we were at Wolfside.
And I mean, the location itself was fine for that festival, but we had some issues.
Everything was fine once we got there. It's really they have a lot of these festivals that are kind of tucked away in the back of the woods.
Yeah,
and this is one of them, and they're difficult to get to, and if it's raining, they get pretty muddy. But then again, so do the big festivals. So that's not an issue. There's no Wi-Fi. Not that it's a big issue, but it's something that you notice when you don't have it.
Not even phone signal.
Yeah, exactly.
That was a bigger problem.
They did treat us pretty well. We had some preparation issues, which were all on me, and there was some chaos and some moments on stage.
Fortunately, I think from what I heard from some of those people who were listening that evening, for us it might seem like a big deal, all those technical issues, but for the people, because they didn't notice it that much, because when we finally played the song, nothing was wrong.
That is true.
Yeah.
So that is true.
So
sometimes you would think, I mean, it takes so much blunder before people really notice. I've thought sometimes, especially with my old when we were traveling with amp heads, and I had some issues with those, and the G major effect processor. Oh, those things drove me crazy, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna be on cover of Rolling Stones magazine as the biggest blunder in metal history, but nobody says a word. It really takes a lot of technical issues to make people, voice their disappointment.
I think it comes down to if you actually play the songs well. Whatever technical issues there might be sound-wise, it's not a problem.
No, not right. Like I say, not for the people. Not nearly as big as we think they are.
It's just
which
at that moment on stage, these things can get pretty discouraging.
Yes,
and
very.
that creeps into your performance as well.
Yes, it really affects your mood on stage.
Yeah. It's amazing how hard it is to keep a straight face when stuff like that happens. You lose. It's very hard to gain ground again.
Yeah, mentally to get in the right mood again. You just have to fool yourself and everybody else. We're on top of the world, and the sun is shining out of my ass.
Exactly.
Die Sonne scheint auf mein Arsch, or something like that.
Aus meinem Arsch.
Dem Händen kann euch brennen, kann euch blenden.
Oh, right. That's Rammstein, isn't it?
It is. Hier kommt die Sonne.
Hier kommt die Sonne, of course. I'm right now. These days, I'm translating the the newest book of Till Lindemann into Hungarian. It's a collection of poems. It's gonna be quite disgusting.
I was just about to ask.
No. I mean, there are some really good poems in there, but quite morbid in some cases. Yeah,
He's a morbid person.
He is.
It must be bloody interesting to go through all of that.
It is, but sometimes it's just frustrating. You know, you sit over one line of text for hours sometimes, you know, but the best you can do in situations like that is you just leave it out for that and start a totally different poem and get back to that one week later. And then it's like, oh, why on earth did that cause me problems? And, you know, so you have to have a different perception of it.
Yeah.
It's just like what when you're writing a song, you're in a rut and you can't get from A to B, and then you just leave it for 2 weeks and then.
Oh, I can, but I find out 2 weeks later it was the wrong way. That's my problem. It's not coming up with something, coming up with a lot of junk.
Right. Yeah.
So not quite the same. Interesting though. You've translated some other stuff from Rammstein, haven't you?
Yeah, I translated the first biography of Flake or Flake. I don't know how they pronounce his name. It's the keyboard player of Rammstein. Yeah, that was a fun book.
Insightful.
Ooh, insightful. I mean, it's not really deep stuff, you know. But he's writing quite in an interesting and humorous manner about his childhood, how he you know, his first moments in music and how he started to play the piano and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's quite entertaining. Good stuff.
The last show we played was a live stream only to the Faroes, or mostly, for the Red Cross Annual Collection live TV.
Yeah. That was pretty nice too. That went down very well. So
yeah.
So at least now we know how live streaming works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I would have liked to have a few people in front of us.
Yep.
Made the
Most definitely.
experience better. So say we do a live stream show and we have 10 or 20 people to play for. Might help.
I would almost guess that it would be better to have none to play for than 20 people. Than only 20 people tonight? You know.
At least if there are people who really like the music and maybe know the music, you know, just see their reactions. It's just staring into a camera, pretending to be playing for someone, or playing for someone you can't see. Is not inspiring, to say the least.
Well, I mean, it's a little bit like when you're recording a video for a song, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Except from this is live, straight.
Yeah,
there's
I
nothing to
mean,
do.
really live. You could hear everything on that recording.
And the funny thing, that little moment from when they kind of say, we're on in 10 seconds or whatever they said, it really fucks up your mind because when it was time for us to start the song, I was going, how the hell does this song go? I mean, we practiced it like, I don't know. And you just, things you normally don't think about just go, huh? What the? Oh, yeah. And I was even wondering if was I supposed to play in the beginning or sing? I couldn't remember. Jesus Christ! Just for a moment, and then you start, and it's you forget about it completely. So
And then muscle memory kicks in, you know. You're just like, oh, right, that one.
Yeah, I find it interesting sometimes because I'm not usually I never have any nerves when I go on stage, but unfortunately, when I go on stage in the Faroe Islands, I always have some nerves. Why? I don't know. Maybe because it's home ground and you know you're gonna meet most of the people who you're playing for. So
And they understand the Faroese lyrics, so no forgetting.
yeah, I don't know what it is. So pretty strange.
Hans told me after he right before the show he was thinking, how do you play guitar? I forgot.
Yeah, because it was just like what Gunnar said. Right when they say, "Oh, you're on in 10 seconds,"
Yeah.
then I'm just like blank. No, I have no idea how to play guitar for like 10, 15 seconds.
Weird.
It's so stupid.
It's this. I think it's this Corona. I mean, it's really brought back things I haven't experienced for 20 years. I mean, when we're on tour, there's nothing like this. Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You have to understand. It's a long time since, or there's a long time in between we even play a show right now.
yeah,
So, and we don't get too much time practicing together. So, of course, it's gonna be like going on for the first time ever. Even if
almost,
you're a professional, I think that goes for anyone really. So, and some people even say it's good to have a little bit of a pinch of what do you say, butterflies in your stomach before you go on stage.
Excitement.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but I think also the thought of, you know, being crystal clear on live TV, national TV, you know, so everybody who tunes in hears exactly what we were playing. And you know, on while on tour doing a live show in front of a live audience, I mean, everything, even if our sound engineer makes really good work, of course he always does, but you know, it kind of blends into each other, you know.
Yeah.
But not here. So this was, I mean, the listening to the recording afterwards, it sounded really like on the album. Really good stuff.
Yeah. So that was this year. Goodbye and thank you. So yeah, pretty empty year, but better than the last one. So if we keep going like this, we'll have 6 shows next year, or 8.
Well, how's the situation with this new corona going on in your place? Because in Denmark, I see restrictions have come up again.
Yeah, people are pretty careless here at the moment, I would say. There's a lot of testing. I was at the party yesterday, and the couple who held the party, they bought a crap load of COVID tests. Everyone who came in was tested.
Really?
And it takes 10 minutes, you can see your result. So if anyone were positive, they would know. But there were no positive. There were like 20 people at the party. So people are careful, but they're also not willing to lock down. As I understand it, you're just looking out for the hospitalization numbers and especially the intensive care numbers. And as long as those are not overwhelmed, I think it's going to be hard to make people care like they did 2 years ago.
I think people are pretty damn tired of this epidemic.
At some point, life must go on.
Yes, and also I understand it very well because mostly this affects old people.
Yeah.
And of course we have to protect those people and people who have already health problems.
Exactly.
So that's that already there. You narrowed it down to quite a few people, not so many.
Yeah.
Not that there's many old people, but so. And in reality, it would be good for us to get the fucking virus because that would be like a vaccine for us anyway. And it's not that. It's like a cold for
Well, there's
for
still
most
the
people.
1 in 100 chance of dying or something like that. Well,
That
that chance is like 1 in a million with the vaccine. So
yeah. With the vaccine, vaccine is fine, but I'm just
so as I
saying.
understand it, having had COVID and the vaccine is the best protection at the moment, and we may need additional shots for years to come, every year or every half year or something.
Depends how dangerous it is. Maybe it's just good to have the damn thing and just get it that way through, just like a virus, like a cold. So, anyway, people are tired of it, and I am too, very much so,
And
because I want to go on tour.
Yes.
I want to have my life back.
Speaking of tours, we have some shows lined up next year, and would like to remind everybody who would like to see us. The first show we have on the list for the next year is the one on 26th of February in Luxor. We have a 20th anniversary for the first album, and release show for the symphonic recordings we did at the Nordic House that'll be released.
Yeah, that's going to be very exciting.
It will be. It will be. Tickets at outgångkommersiet.fo. I will put a link below here. And I think there are about 100 tickets left at the moment. There's like 450 capacity of the venue. So that's going pretty well. But of course, I guess a lot of people are unsure if it will happen. As are we.
I can guarantee you that most people will buy in the very, very last minute because they don't want to buy now because they don't know if it's actually going to happen.
Yeah.
So they will be very late buying tickets.
Yeah. The rules in the Faroes are now such that if we want more than 200 people in a crowd, there should be 15 cases per day in the week before the show. And we are honestly not there yet. But I guess one can say numbers are slowly going down in the Faroes. There's still 2 months until the show, so hoping it can happen, but it's unpredictable at the moment.
A lot can happen in 2 months, so
yeah, it can.
So
then we have some shows in March. On the 4th of March, we're playing at the Viborg Metal Festival in Denmark. On the 5th,
that's going to be interesting.
We have nothing. It's going to be. Always nice to play in Denmark. Generally been pretty well received there.
Yeah, well received, and we don't play Denmark that often. So.
Unfortunately not.
No.
On the 6th, we're playing in Oslo on the 6th of March. And then we fly over to the UK. And this has been recently announced. On the 8th, we play in Bristol. On the 9th, we play in Manchester. 10th, we play in London. And on the 11th, we play in Birmingham. On the 12th, there is a festival in Great Yarmouth. The festival is called Hard Rock Hill Spring Break. And our team is trying to add more shows to that tour as we speak. It's called a UK tour, but so far all the shows are in England. So there were some complaints, why isn't it called an English tour instead of a UK tour?
Splitting hairs.
Come on, it's an okay tour.
But we are trying to make it a UK tour.
Exactly.
So we're hoping to add some more dates to the end of that.
It would be very nice to have Ireland and Scotland as well.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
exactly.
Wales.
And Wales?
Not to mention.
Yeah. Which Wales are we talking about here?
Stop it!
And also,
The ageless whales.
Ageless.
On the 31st, we are going to Helsinki.
Helsinki.
Yes.
And Oulu.
I never played in
on-
Finland
on
so
the
far.
On the 1st of April, we're playing in Oulu.
Yeah. Oulu.
There's
Boys.
Oulu. There's a festival called Z-Rock, and that has been announced too. I think the Helsinki show has not been announced yet, but I'm announcing it here anyway.
And there's probably some Baltic shows, maybe. Right?
We're trying to add more to that trip. Yes, absolutely. It's not as simple and straightforward as one might think, but the guys are on it. I'm sure. On the 4th and 5th of June, there is Samarok in France, at Samara in France. Not sure where it is. And then in September, we go back to Denmark to a festival called Utgårdsfest in Copenhagen, held in Pumpehuset on the 30th of September.
Yeah. We used to go to many concerts there.
Yeah, I've been there many times. Seen
Yeah, I
Dio
used to-
especially many times there.
Dio, Uriah Heep, and a bunch of others. We all played
Yeah.
there. It's a pretty cool place. Was, at least,
Was.
a pretty cool place. So
I haven't seen it for years. I guess it looks the same, but we'll see.
no, it's completely different.
Is
Yeah,
it?
yeah, they changed the look of it. So that's a long time ago, anyway. They did that. So it actually closed down for a while. So,
Yeah,
and then they started having stuff again there. So, but it's a cool place.
it is. It's very centrally placed, and it's has a good build for shows, metal shows. One of the first shows we played ever was there. We played a competition, a music competition there that we won.
Yeah, that's true.
After that, it's straight down under. In October 5th to 9th, we are playing in Australia.
Oh,
And
that
looking
would be
forward to
so
that.
fucking awesome. Yeah, looking
playing
very
in
much
Brisbane,
forward.
Canberra, Sydney, Melbourne, and Adelaide. And tickets at overdrivetouring.com. That is going to be a blast. If that doesn't happen, I swear to Satan, I will murder you all and bury you in my backyard.
You don't own a backyard.
Buy one. And that's what I think we can mention of shows. They are working on more tours. Everything's up in the air. There might be a European tour. There might be a North American tour. Nothing is nailed down yet. So could be a decent year next year. It could also all go to shits again.
I like your attitude.
Let's just hope for the best.
Yeah, of course.
Of course, let's prepare as if all will happen.
Yeah.
And when it doesn't, let's naively and happily postpone it again.
Yes.
Yes.
Happy-go-lucky.
I will go
About
fishing.
the challenge.
What challenge?
Does anyone have a challenge for next time?
My challenge is growing.
And growing and growing.
Gunnar, let's see your beard, Gunnar.
Well, it's not bad, eh?
Not
getting there.
Not too shabby. Not too shabby.
I think it looks kind of Amish. But hey,
Yeah,
That's cool too.
it's cool. Hans, you only have like 2 millimeters.
It's getting there. 2 weeks.
Yeah. We'll be sitting here next year comparing the length of our beards.
Let's see if that holds up.
Let's see. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not driving me that crazy yet. I'm surprised by how well I'm handling it this time.
It was
But
driving.
maybe when the weather gets warmer.
It was driving me up the walls. I tried to have a mustache. Nah,
Yeah.
that's not happening, guys and girls. I can't have it anyway because of my scars, but it itches like a ocker.
Yeah.
So I shaved it off, and now this is okay now. That's fine now. See how later.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah,
quite okay.
I'll
Looks
wait
okay.
until
And you,
boxing.
Thaddeus, how are you? How are you holding up?
Well, it kind of starts to grow into my mouth, and that is quite.
We agree.
discomfort,
Trimming the
but-
mustache is okay.
It's okay, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So no. You know, it's. I mean, It's a funny thing because my mustache grows like an '80s porn star mustache, but nothing on the side. You know.
So you have a built-in trim.
Yeah. One could say so. Exactly.
Clever.
Clever.
Does
genes.
anyone care to add a challenge for next time, or shall we leave it?
No, I don't. No.
It's fine right now.
All right. Peace. That's it, I suppose.
No,
That's the end of this one.
Yes.
You know how the likes
and,
work. Give us a thumbs up, like it, share it with all your heavy metal friends, and you can find me on YouTube at youtube.com/HearYoSN. Drummer Tad is on the YouTube as well. I'll put a direct link below. So is Hans, and Gunnar will be soon. Links will be announced in the future. You can find us on Instagram at Tyr_official. On Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, we are Tyr Band. You can track us on bandsintown.com/Tyr so you don't miss any of the many shows we are playing next year. Find us on TikTok at TyrFaro. And please listen to your favorite Tyr tracks on your favorite streaming platform or right here on YouTube. On Tyr.fo, you can purchase CDs, LPs, merch, and you can sign up for the newsletter. On patreon.com/Tyrband, you can put questions directly to us here on Tyrcast, and we will answer them. No questions again today, so things are pretty slow on Patreon, I'm afraid. We put out these episodes on the 7th and 22nd of each month at 1700 Central European Time. I guess all that remains is to wish you a happy Yule and a happy New Year, and hope to have you back on the 7th of January at 5 p.m. Central European Time. До свидания.